We've used models to look at how to solve equations using multiplication or division. Now let's talk about the general process for when we don't have the model. Start by noticing what is done to the x. You're going to want to ask yourself, is something being multiplied by it? Is it being divided by something? Remember, we want to do the opposite to both sides. This is because we need to keep the equal sign balanced. So if x is multiplied by a number, we're going to divide both sides by that number. If x is divided by a number, we multiply both sides by that number. Remember, you should show your work. Even though the steps might seem easy this time, you are learning the skills to do more complex equations. Finally, a note on terminology. Remember that if the number is right in front of the letter, it's a multiplication problem. So 6x means 6 times x. Also, a fraction bar means divide. So x over 8 is x divided by 8. Now let's do some problems. 5x equals 100. Start by thinking about what this means. 5x is 5 times x. So 5 times x equals 100. I have to undo multiplying by 5. The opposite of multiplying by 5 is dividing by 5. When we write this out, we're going to use a fraction bar to represent division. And remember, we're going to divide both sides by 5. Think about what happens on the left. 5 divided by 5. You can use your calculator, but when you divide a number by itself, it's 1. So you can write 1x or just plain x. So x equals 100 divided by 5. Using your calculator as guide, 100 divided by 5 is 20. So let's check our answer. X equals 20. Well, let's see. So our problem said 5 times x equals 100. Replace x with 20. 5 times 20. Yeah, 5 times 20 does equal 100. So my answer is correct. Our next problem is a over 10 equals 13. First off, don't worry that it's a. Variables can be any letters. Now, think about what's done to a. Right now, a is divided by 10. I want a to be by itself. So I'm going to do the opposite. The opposite of dividing by 10 is multiplying by 10. So in order to get rid of the divided by 10, I'm going to multiply both sides by 10. Looking at the left-hand side, just like in the last problem, I have 10 on the top and the bottom of a fraction. When I multiply by 10 and then divide by 10, that equals 1, or we would say they cancel out. So the left side is just a. So a equals 13 times 10. 13 times 10 is 130. Let's check it. Our equation is a divided by 10 equals 13. We think that a is equal to 130. So use your calculator. 130 divided by 10. It is 13. The equation told me I should get. Again, our answer was correct. 9y equals 45. This means 9 times y equals 45. We're trying to figure out 9 times what number is 45. We're going to get rid of 9 by dividing both sides by 9. We had 9 times y, so we can do it by dividing. 9 divided by 9 is 1. So that leaves us y equals 45 divided by 9, or 5. We can check this one in our heads. 9 times 5, 9 times 5 is 45. Our last example, w over 8 equals 16. Notice that this is typed out, the fraction bar looks a little bit different. Go ahead and start by rewriting it if you prefer. This is w over 8 equals 16, or w divided by 8 equals 16. I need to get rid of the divided by 8. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 8. 8 on the top and the bottom of the fraction are going to cancel out. So w would be equal to 16 times 8. Grab out your calculator. So w is equal to 128. We're going to check it by going back to our original problem. W divided by 8 equals 16. We think w is 128. So grab your calculator. 128 divided by 8. Your calculator should confirm that that is 16. We had the right answer.